pacing back and forth. Oh, I don't understand why you're standing right here. All your shots have scored. No, scratching at the scars you left on my skin. We fight and we fall and we ride.
Hey everyone, this is kind of like a part 2 video from the last one that I put up about You Can Be products. I have done extensive research, and if you want to know about products from China, Aliexpress, Alibaba, about these specific products, these companies, You Can Be Your Beauty Glazed, then you're definitely going to want to watch this video. But just to say hello, I'm Karen, and if you're new here, I would love it if you would take a chance on this channel and subscribe and hit that notification bell. We have a visitor. Okay, so here's what I found out, because things were so very confusing. You have your manufacturers, and then you have your suppliers or your trading companies, okay? And a product goes into manufacturing, and the components are developed, the formula is developed for, we're talking about eyeshadow palettes. And then we have to be able to, if it's sold in China, China has one set of regulations, okay? The US has another, a whole different thing. And so for their product to be sold in the US, it's supposed to meet US requirements, okay? But if you're in China and you're a manufacturer and you're looking to get your product out there and you come in contact with these trading companies that want to buy the product from you, slap their label on it or somewhat of their label on it and sell it out, they need to have what's called an export license. Now, not everyone that has an export license, because an export license just means that you can ship foreign, okay? That's all that means. They've had to fulfill some requirements, yes. However, that does not mean that they are going by US guidelines or European guidelines when it comes to manufacturing cosmetics. A business license is needed when you have a business and you are producing a product. In China, there are many products produced. So for a company operating in China, they have to follow their guidelines. If they want to export to the US, they'll usually do it through a supplier or trading company, such as Alibaba is a wholesaler. Aliexpress is a sister company for that, and that's where you can buy an individual product instead of buying things in bulk. Okay, but so now let's say we've got a factory, it's in China. They have developed their business license. They have their business license out there. It's in their language, and you know, they have their requirements. They can sell that product there. Now, let's say they went to a trading company and said, okay, I want to use, and they'll borrow export licenses, okay, and get that product out over here in the US without it meeting the guidelines for US FDA cosmetics, which, here's the difference. The products over in China, they have changed with their ingredients and stuff over the years. They usually contain more metals, mercury, and things like that, okay? And we have stricter guidelines here for a reason. We don't want to bring a chemical into this country that is illegal here. And unfortunately, a lot of the products out there that come from China do not meet these guidelines and are illegal and should not be here. Now, let me remind you that all of this information I'm giving you is for informational purposes. This is what I've researched, what I've dug up, what I've found, what I've spent hours on, and I'm going to be putting links where I got this information so you can, I'm crediting the sources down below. Okay, so where were we? We were talking about whether or not these products should be here in the US. Now, I went to the You Can Be website. I found several discrepancies. after I asked to verify some things, the website changed, and that's in my first video. That to me was not reputable. I was concerned about that, okay? Then I went to beautyglazed.com. They have a separate manufacturer, and there was discrepancies on their website. Then I went to beautyglazedcosmetics.com, which sold both Beauty Glazed and You Can Be products, and there was discrepancies on that site. Okay, so here's what I found out. You Can Be is a manufacturer located in China that follows China's regulations, that has a business license with China. They have given to Aliexpress, Alibaba. They have their official store on that site. Now, this does not mean that they meet our requirements here, and you really need to be looking into your ingredients, okay? So their official store is there, and there actually is fake You Can Be products out there, as well as fake Beauty Glazed products out there, when these are already affordable makeup choices and brands. So it sucks to say this, but overall, I wouldn't buy from any of them because they don't meet US guidelines. Now, when you have somebody here, like a huge company like Morphe or ABH, and they're working with a laboratory in China, they have to have the paperwork saying that it meets US guidelines and it doesn't contain any of those chemicals that we don't allow that China does. Okay, let me give you an example of a product that I would use that was made in China. Here we have the Norvina Pro Pigment Volume 3. On the back of this, it has all the different languages. It has everything in English, all the ingredients. It has the batch number on here. It has their company address on here. It has the when it expires on here, and it also has the certain pigments and which ones. It tells you the safety regulations of everything. Look at how much is on there, okay? And of course, this is a large palette. There's a lot of ingredients on there, okay? But either way, you know, this is something I trust, okay? There's no misspellings, you know, that, like I said, they have gotten to, okay. They have had to have gotten, China had to produce the right paperwork. The lab had to produce the right paperwork for it to meet US guidelines, okay? So that's what happened. That's the difference. And then we have a recent product that I had found a discrepancy on, but Ipsy had used a company in China to make this Colored Rain eyeshadow palette. Colored Rain is a company that's located here in the US. But it says right here, specifically made in Ipsy for Colored Rain. Okay? It's got batch codes on it. It has the US address for Colored Rain Cosmetics. It has the ingredients on it. So this is a legitimate product. Okay? Ipsy did their research. Colored Rain did their research with that laboratory. Now, the only thing that here is not true if you look on Colored Rain's website is their products should not be considered vegan, because if you look at their ingredients, it says that it may use traces of carmine, which is basically you get a pigment from crushing bugs together, and it says it may contain traces, which means that they have used a lab that have made products that are not cruelty-free, and you might find trace amounts of that in this product here. Okay, so now I think I've explained enough. So when you're looking on the back of another product, let me see if I have one. I don't want to like exclude. I mean, I'm talking about these specific companies because I found the research backing it up and everything, but look at the back of your product. And I will put the information, like I said, that I have in here and the links, and I will put some pictures. I don't know, I might even include a video, but this is information that I felt that you guys really needed to know so you can make your own choices. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and allowing me to gather all of this information. It took me a couple days I don't want to say a couple days because I uploaded that video I think yesterday, but almost all night and all day to find official websites and to find official documents and to figure out where everything originated from, and it was a lot of work. So if you have any questions or concerns, you can always put them in the comments below. The last thing I want you guys to take notice of is look at these companies. There's 2 different companies on the back of these You Can Be product. Well, it's the same company, the trading company. Oh, I can't stand allergies. But there's 2 different addresses underneath that. And one of the packaging I got from an Amazon seller, and the other one I got from the You Can Be official store. So I am more likely to think the You Can Be official store, the one that produced the document, has the right address on it, and the one from Amazon is a fake. So just make sure that, like I said, you check everything out, and I love you guys, and I think I've made this long enough. I'll see you guys in a makeup tutorial next. Bye!
And we fall and we rise through it all till we find what we want. Then we lose it all again. Your touch on my skin, pull me close, take me in, just me.